And when it is misused for private gain, then it leads to a lot of consequences. First of all, when you misuse a public office for private gain, the only way is that you are empowered to take some decisions. And the people who cannot get that decision in their favor through merit, they then give you money, and then you change the decision to someone, to favor someone who is not meritorious, who is not deserving of that facility or project or whatever. For example, you put out a tender for roads, and one of the persons who thinks he will not get the tender goes to the person, maybe a minister, and tells him that if you ensure somehow that I get the tender, then I will give you money. And that agreement is reached, and then he gets the tender. But because he is given money, because the money was being asked by the minister, he may ask for a large sum, he would not be able to make profit on that project unless, instead of using high quality material, he uses substandard material. And in the process, the road is built, and one rainfall, that road disappears. And then, of course, it's now become convenient that every year you put out a tender for a road, and every year, you have to build a new road. So this process, then it becomes a perpetual cycle of making money. This is what happened in 2G also. What happened in 2G was that the spectrum had to be sold, because spectrum means essentially partitioning of the sky, and it's a limited resource, and therefore it has to be allocated for the best price. What happened really was that Mr. Raja, who was the telecom minister, he wanted to favor two companies which were not even telecom companies. They were both real estate companies. One was called Swan and the other was called Unitech. These had no experience whatsoever. They didn't even have a single tower. They had not even cordless phones they had been producing. It was a pure real estate company, and he wanted to favor them with the license. Now, not only he wanted to favor them, he wanted also to have the license sold at the price which was prevailing for spectrum in 2001. Now, 2001, the total number of mobile phones, for example, in India, was only for 40 million, 4 crores. But in 2008, when the licenses were given by Mr. Raja, we had 70 crore mobile phones. So look at the market which has grown. And in fact, the price was estimated at 10 times the price of 2001. The price that Raja wanted to give was 1/10 the price, market price in 2008. And this is demonstrated by other means also, because, for example, this 3G, that is the third generation. You are all scientists, many of you are scientists, you know what that means. But Manmohan Singh didn't know the difference between 2G and 3G. Because once I asked him in Parliament House, do you know what 2G is? So he said, yes, Sonia ji and Rahul ji. So he knew I was joking, and he was also in a joking mood. But the fact is that it's almost that these are the only 2Gs that matter, and whatever decisions are made has to be made through them. So therefore, this 3G, the difference of course is when you have 1G, that is the cordless phone, you can only hear your voice. I mean, only your voice can go on the wireless. But if you have 2G, then you can send email, SMS, MMS, all these other things. A lot more data can go because it's a higher frequency cycle that carries